Well, it's time now for one of the blue meters final, the metric mile. 3 3/4 laps of the track, and several have been added because of falls in the semi-finals. Going for the hat-trick, not just the hat-trick of 1,500 and 5,000 metres. 5 titles have been won by the Ingebrigtsen family, because in 14 and in 2012 in Finland and Munich. In fact, this young man has been hoovering when he won the European Junior 5,000 title and the 5,000 senior title. After that, a unique double. Pietro Arese. My money, not amongst the favourites, but we have to be prepping themselves. We saw Neil Gurley briefly. Is a Briton who was in fabulous form, looked quite to race a couple of days ago. Adel Makal, he's one of the very experienced, one of the oldest in the race. Make fourth in the 5,000 here, so he'll be running with a little bit. Watch out for Asdin Habs. The bronze, he's a 1:43 man at 800 metres. 2019, he won the Marrakesh Diamond League 1500 from George Mills, the silver medalist in the 5,000. So Neil Gurley, what he promises to be a real danger. 7 looks great in heat on Monday. A mile, 6th in the world indoors a couple of years. From South Glasgow will be wanting to go well here. March through injury. Indeed, Gurley has had very frustrated to not give his best there. He goes straight, his power, his speed endurance to the back here, as he did up a field of the very, very highest order is quite remarkable. But 20, under 3:30 rather, Ingebrigtsen with 2 or 3 men here who have gone, is going at a reasonable lick. Now I wonder if there's a little bit of team. Is the European record holder, and it looks like nickname Nacho, Ignacio Fontes. There's work going on here from the Spanish, but this is a fairly crisp first 3 Ingebrigtsen. Second from the 41 seconds.
It'll be fascinating.
100 metres, and they go through there.
And think they're fighting over other medals. Or will they think to see whether these athletes look at the stature Europeans, both Brits, both Scots indeed can beat. Jake Whiteman and Josh do that at the Europeans. And no man at the World Championships, European Championships, Marita Cotton has ever won 6 gold. Let's see what Ingebrigtsen can do, and whether others. Sandra Elkasevich, 6 and 7, making a move. He's been unlucky in the past, as you can challenge. Neil Gurley there, and he often gets himself into sensible positions, but he's also consistent.
From last to first in about the space of 300 metres.
He's done that here.
Where he danced. He likes to control Gurley on his shoulder, but now they're letting is an error in these circumstances. Things, and they're letting him control things. But Ingebrigtsen moving very, very smoothly. The Italian Riva there up into about. They come round now to less than 2 laps. 9.66. That 800 metres, and the time there to go isn't really testing anybody. 1:55.9, just not quick enough. Adam Fogg is in there as well, a little bit of pushing and shoving, although for a championship that's not bad. Isn't helping those in the middle of the pack. Ingebrigtsen is webbing. You see the discomfort of being in that. Is tracking him here, stride for stride. He had to weigh in out of all that trouble. But good, a lot of cycle trading. He was devastated to miss the World Rest in September, October last year. Right behind Ingebrigtsen, and what has doors in Glasgow. But good.
Incredible.
The Norwegian got in his locker as they...
For the move now, Ingebrigtsen, he was so cool, so calm. Now the others are just waiting. Looking past his qualifier. He has great form this year. In the heats, Riva it was, track 100 and 3,000.
Riva on the shoulder.
Italian indoor tight.
He's so hard to go with. It's so... of Gurley now, Ingebrigtsen, and look at this, Gurley, we know he's in supreme form, acceptable, his acceleration, the way Britain here, who leads them, Mary Dunn, still, 3:47 mile recently, and he's of Norway, comes round the bend into the straight, and look at that pack behind him, the pack beside him, coming down the outside, is one of the attacks. Gurley looks beaten, as does Arese down the outside. Ingebrigtsen takes brilliant running there, from, I think it was from Mullen, record of 3:31.9, what a strange old race. Confirmed as 3:31.95. He did all, was solid enough. But Bumblist in a strong field has been in many, many years. Works its magic again. Home advantage. And a real shock to me that Neil Gurley could stages.
Well, it was that party piece. Ingebrigtsen on the accelerator in history to win 6 gold medals. But Ingebrigtsen breaking his early 2:76. 3:31. Such a vast race when they were all queuing up to see between Ingebrigtsen and the rest.
How do you... I'll tell you what you do, I think, is you don't let him control things. He loves to do that. That's what Mo Farah, what he let him do it. Here you can see Ingebrigtsen playing his own 10-metre winning margin. He destroyed them over the 349 mile indoors. Takers, real shock result. Second and fourth for bets on the race. What they could have expected. Trick of 1,500 and 5,000 metres coming. His build-up, even though he's had 2 races this, and then one in Oslo with a dive a couple of weeks back. Plan after a difficult winter with lots of his wife Elizabeth in many respects. But the medaling remains the goodness knows how many he's had over the years and different distances in form. He'll retain that Olympic title. Italy behind the Belgian for bronze.